I went to L.A., went on Talking Bad.
Yes. What? I went home just to watch that.
Did you?
Yeah, on my vacation. I made sure the hotel had it.
Holy fuck. I was like, you can see yourself, and like, 'cause you have the couch, and then there's like a studio audience, which is really small. It's only like 50, 60 people.
Right.
And then there's monitors so you can see yourself.
Okay.
And,
you found that distracting?
well, when you're the fucking size that I am compared, like I'm sitting next to Adam Scott, who's a toothpick, and Badger isn't really skinny, but he's in dark clothing. I look like a fucking jack-o'-lantern because I picked, they're like, wear something nice. So I picked a fucking orange shirt for some reason. And, yeah, it looked so fucking heavy. I couldn't believe it.
I thought you did good.
Yeah?
You did great, yeah.
Yeah, I watched. I don't even know anything about Breaking Bad, so to me it was all like you were like speaking Japanese the whole time because I had no idea what you guys were talking about. But I thought you were very smooth, like silk. Just very, it went off without a hitch. Very cool. I did. The one thing I found was very strange in the show. The whole show is strange to me because
they let me look like a jack-o'-lantern.
was that? I find the whole thing of like, let's ponder what's probably not going to happen next week. Like, nobody knows what's going to happen, so it's just weird that they have people on like, what do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen?
I thought the same thing later on. Like,
this is a show format? To me, I'm like, this is really weird that this constitutes probably a very successful show. For example, but it gets very good ratings. But I'm like, it's so weird that the premise of the show is just to wonder what may happen on a fictional show. Right.
As opposed to like talking or dissecting what has already happened.
I watch this on like news. Like, what do you think's going to happen in the Middle East? People ponder. But this is pondering about something that is already been written already. And it's really weird. And I also thought it was weird was when all of a sudden in the middle of the show, they're like, we got this print and this necklace that are going to go up for sale tomorrow. And I'm like, well, I thought it was a joke. I really thought it was a joke when they started shilling and shit. And I thought for sure, I was like, what's next? Are they going to fucking try to do a bonus pod to move this shit? Because I was like, what the hell is going on? Why do they need to shell that fucking chintz?
Now,
am I right or am I wrong? It was such a character. It looked like something that like the dude from Public Enemy wouldn't even wear.
I said, no, you know what I said? I said to Suzanne, I said, it's the kind of thing you see a 16-year-old girl buying at the mall. Like their own name. I didn't really get it either.
Do they need cash? Like,
wouldn't
they're
think
selling
so.
this stuff?
You wouldn't think so.
I thought it was a joke.
Somebody said they actually saw me like when they started shilling, my head just went down.
You have no room to fucking shake your head.
Well, no, I mean, if we were making millions and millions of dollars like those guys, and I'm like,
no way.
Buy a
There's
Heisen.
You think that the host the host is getting a cut of whatever they sell at the print and the fucking.
Yeah, he's probably making $1 million a show. No, I don't think he makes anything from the merchandise, but the merchandise is the weirdest fucking selection. That stuff is about normal for what they sell. There's 2 different sets of cufflinks on the site. Like there's a bunch of stuff you can buy, and it is all this really weird shit where you're like, is that like cufflinks were ever featured on the show? So why are there 2 sets?
I rewound it to be like, wait a minute, is this a legit thing that they're doing? Why in a world where AMC is making money hand over fist on these 3 shows, Mad Men, Walking Dead, and Breaking Bad now, where they are fucking printing money, are like, you know what else we can do? We can make another fucking $1,000 if we make a print and some tchotchke fucking necklace.
They could add it to the Heisenberg collection. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I did not get the Heisenberg thing at all.
Crazy. How much does that print cost? How much do the cufflinks cost?
I don't know. I think the cufflinks are about $30. Hold on, I'll go on and look.
I can't imagine in the middle of a show someone's like, we got to push those $30 cufflinks.
Yeah. People will appreciate
I know why we do it on a podcast. I know why we do it. But on a show that's seen by millions of people, I guess you could say, well, there's the argument. It's seen by millions of people.
Right.
If only 1% of those million buys it, that's a lot of money. But I'm like, they're making so much money. Why will lower themselves to be like, hey, you know what? We got these cufflinks that kind of look like the guy's face from Breaking Bad.
Well, the Heisenberg necklace is exclusive, Walt. Just in case you were wondering. They have a lot of T-shirts.
T-shirts.
T-shirts make sense.
That makes sense, but not to push them in the middle of the show, though.
Right. This is what
To
I'm going to
stop the show and be
Do you
like,
think Hardwick's like, oh, come on.
He's got to be. He's got to be. Yeah, because it is weird. Like there's so little time to say anything during the show that any second is precious, and to take it up with like buy your fathead decals here.
that cost Bryan Johnson of Comic Book Man at least 10 seconds of airtime.
It definitely cost me a joke because it was a joke I wanted to get in. I wasn't able to say it.
What was it?
It was Hardwick kept talking about Nazi camp. And he said the word Nazi camp over and over and over again. And I was going to say, it sounds like something like an Aryan Brotherhood parent would say to their kid, like, hey, you don't bring those grades up, you can forget all about Nazi camp this summer.
That would have been way fucking better than the fucking print in the Heisenberg necklace that I rewound 3 times to fucking make sure it was fucking astonishing that they would stop a show and just hawk that shit.
Yeah. There's an air freshener from the A1A car wash. Breaking Bad cufflinks, $29.95.
What are they of?
It's the Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay.
BR and BA.
Wow.
What's the BA stand for?
Bad. Oh, you mean what element?
Well, I keep seeing BA all the time instead of BB.
Yeah, it's like BRBA because in the show they use like the BR for the elements. I think it's like bromide or something. Who the fuck knows? That was one of my favorite parts. Was on the door. It said
I saw the picture
Bryan Johnson, and they circled or highlight the elements.
On a scale of 1 to 10, was it everything that you wanted it to be?
I would give it like a 9.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I really had a good time.
That's the first 9 you've given it anything.
I know. Well, like when he said, "What do you think's going to happen?" I didn't say it on air, but this sounds like a fucking fish story now. But I said, and if you haven't watched the episode, you got to turn it off right now because I'm going to say something that's integral to the plot. Yeah, you've seen it, right? I said, I'll bet you Walt uses that ricin to replace Lydia's stevia.
You said that.
I said that, and Hardwick goes, God damn it. Oh, I wish you said that. During the regular, like when we were actually shooting.
Really?
Yeah. And I also said that I think Walt's going to go back, fight with the Nazis, and he's going to sacrifice himself for Jesse somehow.
That one, I thought he was going to mount a rescue mission for Jesse.
It's not that one is not that big a leap.
Yeah, that's not. The ricin, I thought he was going to kill her. I didn't know that's how he was going to do it. That was pretty good.
Because they made such a big deal about that stevia all the time. Right. And I wonder, what do you think, like, there's a lady in the show, Walt. She uses stevia, which is like the equivalent of like Sweet Low or Splenda something. And in the very end, Walt the main character tampers with the stevia packet, puts ricin in it, and kills her. And I don't think they got stevia's okay on that.
Is stevia a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Stevie's upset?
It's a real product. No, they haven't said anything about it. Should they be upset? Or should they not care? Or should they be happy?
They should be happy.
Because nobody knows you didn't even know Stevie was a real thing.
I thought they made it up for the show.
I don't know. That's a good one. I mean, you can't, you probably, the way that we were fucking hampered by lawyers and fucking people clearing things, I can't imagine that, we're not allowed to show certain comic books.